Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video. I know I'm a little late to the party on this one, but I did just want to go over some of these new news updates they've given us here on Global Dokkan. So they are kind of giving us little bits and pieces, little crumbles of information here to kind of get us hyped for the celebration. So they have announced a few events that are coming out. When the celebration launches. This obviously won't be everything we're getting during the celebration, but they're just giving us some initial things to look forward to, right? So something we saw in V-Jump is that the Ginyu Force is for sure getting an EZA. And so what they are doing is they are finally adding some stages to this event so that we can exchange for basically skill orbs for the Ginyu Force. So if you're not familiar with this event, basically the way this event works is you go through the event, you earn a material that you can trade in at the Baba shop, and you can choose it for skill orbs for specific characters. Right now, the only ones you can exchange for are the Bardock squad, but they are adding a stage 2 or the option to get this item called Proof of Ordeal 2. So the Proof of Ordeal 1 is what you change for Bardock squad, and Proof of Ordeal 2 is going to be used for the Ginyu Force. So that's really exciting, especially for newer or free-to-play players, because if any of you watched my beginner or new player guide, one of the first things I suggest is to build up either the Bardock or Ginyu team. Now in those videos, I highly emphasize getting the Bardock team over the Ginyu team because they're better. But now I would flip-flop that because the Ginyu team's probably going to be way better than Bardock because they're getting an EZA, right? So if you haven't done it yet, I definitely would be farming up your Ginyu squad. I would definitely plan on getting them EZA'd. If you have the orbs, maybe even rainbow them. I have a very good feeling that there is going to be some EZA area that might require the Ginyu Force EZA to complete. I could actually see them, so let's say they wanted to EZA like the physical Ginyu Force or the tech Ginyu Force. I could very easily see that just being an EZA area where you have to run the full regular Ginyu Force EZA, right? So I definitely think they're worth investing into and powering up. There are probably, we already know there's a Super Battle Road stage that requires them, so they're worth it for that. So a lot of good incentive to get your Ginyu Force done, right? So there's that there. Whoops, sorry, I actually didn't mean to leave that page altogether here. We'll hop back in. So that's that part. Then we are getting a new stage of Boss Rush. Nothing too crazy to talk about there. It's just an easy 35 stones. So for most players, that's a very easy thing. All you really need is one decent team, and you can just rush through that, and you'll be fine. So that's awesome. Another 35 stones coming there. Then we have two new story events. Now, this is quite interesting. So in this story event here, we're getting two things. We are getting a Ginyu support memory, and we are getting a new farmable Zarbon card. Now, in here, they are showing the Zarbon is just an SSR. So my assumption is that this would be the Dokkan Awakened version of him, but who knows? So this passive that you're looking at here could get better through an awakening, and then they also could decide to EZA him as well. I think this Zarbon, the passive you see here, isn't going to be what the final Zarbon looks like. So he's attack and defense plus 60%, plus an additional attack and defense 10% with each attack performed up to 40. So that's only adds up to 100% attack and defense, right? He gets another 40% attack and defense if there's a Frieza attacking the same turn. So just a base unit, so in his best situation, he's only attack and defense 140, which in today's game for a free-to-play unit, that's not enough. He's barely going to be hitting that hard. He's not going to be that great defensively. So this definitely isn't what his final passive is going to look like. Like I said, this is either the Unawakened passive or he's going to EZA and he's going to get way better. The fact that you have to have Frieza in the same turn isn't that great because he actually doesn't link well with Frieza based on the other Zarbons in the game. Now, they could decide to change this Zarbon or whatever. This Zarbon also, I could see him possibly awakening into a Zarbon and a Doria, like a dual card. It could be a Zarbon that transforms into the hideous version of Zarbon. There's a lot they can do with them. It is really good we are finally getting a decent SSR of Zarbon because he definitely deserves it, right? So that's that first story event there. Then the other one, it's actually really funny because I just talked about this unit. So in this other story event, they're making it so you can farm up this physical Goku, right? And I'm going to show the awakened version of him because you might not recognize what that Goku is right there, but I'll show you guys in just a second. Yeah, and I think that's basically it. So yeah, that's what they've announced. Let me just show you guys this Goku here. Let me just go Goku. And then I'm going to have to go physical because there's like a million Gokus in the game. Let me remove categories here. Okay, and we are looking at this guy right here. So in one of my initial videos about the 350 download celebration, I did one kind of talking about who I think could get EZAs and things like that. And this Goku, if we look at the growth tab, this is the Goku that they're showing that you can farm in that story event that they're adding, right? So this Goku was like a special giveaway unit during the 3rd-year anniversary, and there's never been a way to obtain him again. So in that initial video, I said, yeah, there's like no way they're going to EZA this guy. He's kind of like a gift unit. Like, you can't, like, typically if a unit's unobtainable, you wouldn't expect them to EZA, right? But now they are intentionally putting him in a story event as a farmable unit, and this unit is not that good, right? So he's just attack and defense 120 if your HP is lower, right? And then he fully recovers HP when HP is 10% or lower. So the fact that they are making this guy obtainable again, and with how bad his passive currently is, it's telling me almost 99.99% they're EZAing this guy. So this guy actually is going to get an EZA. So if you have this guy just sitting in your box, it might be a good idea just to train him and level him up. I do not suggest you put potential into him yet. I think you definitely want to wait and see what the EZA looks like before you jump in, because there's a lot of units that pre-EZA you kind of just wanted to go crit, but then after EZA, combo attack was the way to go. I'm guessing this guy might stack or something, because he does raise defense by 30% for 3 turns, right? So based on the old, like the original stats of this guy and based on his original passive, I would be leaning, like if you're really anxious and you just want to rainbow him now, I would say go full combo attack. Because the fact that he's raising defense for 3 turns, the more additionals you get, the more defense he's going to get. I think they could make this guy an infinite defensive stacker. They could change this to attack and defense, and they could make it like 6 turns instead of 3, or they could do a 9-turn buff like what Bergamo has, or they could make it infinite. But I think they are going to make this guy like a defensive stacking unit. So kind of exciting. We're getting pretty hyped. Literally, guys, we are like just a day or 2 away from the live stream where they're going to announce the units. I think once they announce the units, the banners literally could drop during the live stream or right after. They've done that in the past, so it's pretty exciting. I'm really excited to see what they're going to have. Look forward, I mean, as stuff comes out, guys, I'm going to be trying to dump out a lot of content. I'm going to for sure do a big summon video when I exchange my Memoria Stones. I'm going to be doing 50 pulls on the ticket banner, and then obviously whatever the new Dokkan Fest banners are, I'm going to be doing pulls on that as well. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Hopefully you're getting hyped like I am. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you all in the next one.